Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of Hammerhead Hobbies. In this episode, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing this BAC Lightning F.1A / F.2 by Trumpeter. Alright, let's take a look at this BAC Lightning. This is a 1:72 scale, and it is model number 01634. Now this model was made in 2008. Now as you can see, I don't know why the box is so big here. If I take everything up here, look at all the room that it leaves there. So I'm not sure why they make this box so big, just maybe for selling in future. Start off with the instructions. And if I look at the instructions here, this is the paint scheme and decal guide. So there's two different a few different squadrons here, and I'll tell you where the decals are. I've got the Mr. Hobby color code over here. Okay, so this is a very nice, colorful, detailed guide. Looking at the instructions here. Okay, open it up. I do have the sprue numbering guide, which I like. So instead of looking through the sprues, I just look in here. It tells me where the pieces are. The rest of the guide looks nice. It is very detailed, it's good quality, it gives you great placement, and there's quite a few steps in here. Looks like 16 steps in total. So a very nice guide and very detailed. Moving on to the decal sheet here, and this is covered. As you can see, there's a lot of little decals here. Okay, and I can read them very clearly. You know, it says danger there. They're very, very detailed, very crisp, very nice color on these, and it even gives you a bonus instrument panel decal there. And then you got different rondelles for different squadrons over here. Okay, starting off with the sprues here, this is the main fuselage area here. Looking at the inside, I don't see any detail on the cockpit area over here. It's pretty smooth. There are some nice guide points here for the cockpit when you install it. Flipping it over to the exterior here, you can see that there is very nice details in here. I'm not sure if you can catch that on camera, but there is very nice details. These are all recessed lines, which is nice. And same with the other one over here. So very nice detail, and again, all recessed lines. Moving on to the next sprue here. This sprue seems to have a lot of pieces on it, as you can see. We'll start off and go quickly here. Here's the landing gear over here. It's fairly detailed. It's got some nice small parts to it. As you can see here, the wheels they have some sort of radial tread pattern on them. Pretty good detail on that. Not as good as the wheel struts. These little pieces are very fragile, so you got to be really careful. Over here is the rear elevators or horizontal stabilizers. These are nice. They got nice panel lines on them, nice rivets. Okay, and again, they are recessed. Looking at the front wheel here. Okay, it's nice detail on that also. It is one piece, which makes it harder to paint, but it's a lot stronger in the long run. Over here, you got some panels. Okay, and looking at, again, a lot of pieces on this decal here, a lot more than I will mention. Like here's some rockets here, or some missiles. They got some nice detail, some nice lines there. The fins are thin, the rear ones more so than the front ones, but they're more realistic that way. A lot of models give you thicker fins. They make them stronger, but again, not as realistic. Now this is the cockpit area here. As you can see, they give you some good detail there. These are raised switches and instruments in there. Some good detail on the back. Okay, cockpit seat here. As you can see, there's a nice cushion in there with some straps that you can use if you're not going to make it more detailed. Okay, and again, exhaust over here. They give you some nice detail on the exhaust. Over here is the exhaust pipes. If you look deep inside, you'll see some pattern in there. And again, they are nice and deep. making it more realistic. Over here we got the main wings. So this is the top of the wing here. And again, they have nice panel lines, nice rivets on here. And again, they're recessed. Same with the bottom of the wing. Okay, and they did give you a nice wheel well. So it's got some detail in there. It's got some lines and a shock, it looks like. The only problem with that is it's not very deep, but at least they give you something in there. This is the rudder or vertical stabilizer. It's in the package, but I'm not going to take it out. Again, same thing. Nice detail on it, and again, recessed lines in there. Moving over to the canopy. Over here. Okay, it's got a nice canopy. It's clear. It's for some reason there's missiles on this sprue here. I'm not sure why they would make it on the clear part. Again, very nice detail on those. The fins are nice and thin, making it look a lot more realistic. Now going back to the glass. The glass is fairly clear. There's a slight waviness to it, especially the front one. And again, if I look at the glass here, you can see how it distorts the image underneath it. Okay. So you got to be, these are wavy, but at least they're clear and there's good detail in them. So that's the whole airplane here, the BAS Lightning. Again, I don't know why they put it in such a massive box. I'm guessing because that's how they sell it. People think it's a bigger model, but there's no need for it. Okay, so just stick around for the pros and cons and my final summary. Alright, time for the pros and cons. Pros. There's great detail in the paint and decal guide. The instructions are easy to follow. The decals are excellent, crisp and detailed. There's excellent exterior detail with the recessed panel lines and rivets. And the canopy is clear. Now for the cons. Instructions could be more detailed. Could have more detail for the cockpit and the interior of the fuselage area. There's slight waviness in the canopy. And the box is really too big for a 1:72 scale model. Overall, this is an excellent model for medium and advanced builders. I wouldn't recommend this for beginner modelers, as there's a lot of tiny pieces that can easily be broken, and that discourages people. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you enjoy the build.